Welcome everyone to another session of Accelerate with Aziz. This is our weekly Q&A session where I help you entrepreneurs out there scale faster, make bigger moves, and create lasting generational wealth for you and your families so that you can claim that financial freedom, so that you can have that time freedom, so you can live in your abundance. And the topic that we are discussing today is 7 reasons why an online business helps you to create the passive income necessary for wealth creation, right? Because it's one thing if we want to do busy work to build our business and create the future and the results that we want. But it's a completely another thing if we want that passive to be earned, that income to be earned in a passive way, where it's not focused on our active involvement from 8 to 4, 9 to 5, 9 to 9, 24/7, whatever it is, however long it is that you're spending in your business right now. So I'm going to jump into these 7 reasons why, and hopefully this will give you guys some perspective. I believe it could be super valuable to you to gain perspective, not only on where you're at right now, but ideally where you want to go and what the vision looks like on the other side of the scalable business that you're creating. And remember, the path that we follow, the wealth triangle here in Accelerate with Aziz, is looking at your high income skills that enable you to trade, yes, your time, but for high dollars, right? And then the second thing is then to parlay those high income skills into a scalable business where you can leverage other people's time, other people's money, other people's tech, right? To start extracting yourself from the business and making yourself redundant. And in so doing, generate more profit, which you can then strip out and translate into high return investments, which generate passive income without your involvement, right? And so this dovetails very nicely into the first of the 7 reasons why an online business should be part of your passive income strategy. And that is scalability, right? An online business can reach a global audience, and it allows you to scale without needing to increase your physical resources or time commitments, right? Because if you have a brick and mortar business and you want to expand into another location, there is an additional OPEX consideration and there is an additional CAPEX consideration, right? Whereas you can serve that same audience, not just in another location, but all locations simultaneously with the same team, the same marketing budget, right? And from the same platform or website, or whatever it is that you are using to turn attention into monetization in the online space. The second reason why is automation. Tech, right? We spoke earlier about leveraging other people's technology. So digital tools and software and even ERP systems, like some of the people on the call, hey, Tasneem, thanks for joining, right? These softwares can automate certain aspects of your online business. So someone doesn't physically need to be pushing buttons all the time because automated workflows are running in the background, which means you're literally making money on autopilot, right? The Holy Grail, making money while you sleep. If any of you have watched the movie Wolf of Wall Street, you'll know the saying, money never sleeps, right? And so the kind of one of the goal standards that we want to reach here is to make money while we sleep. And automations enable you to do that by doing things like order fulfillment, doing things like marketing and customer services, and generating income without constant oversight, right? The third thing is that the barrier to entry in terms of overhead or operating cost is very low, right? Online businesses have lower startup and operational costs compared to traditional businesses, right? You don't need to buy the building. You don't need to sign a long-term lease agreement and hope that everything works out, you know? And so this makes the barrier to entry much lower. So it should enable you and inspire you to take more risk, to experiment, to try different things, right? Because the operating cost is so much less than what is seen in the brick and mortar space, right? And what this also does is it allows you to maintain profitability, right, in a much more significant way, because you keep so much more of the income that you generate or the revenue that you generate, right? And once you add to this automation, it becomes something that has the potential to become a significant income stream because of its passive nature and because of the high profit margin potential, right? Which takes us and dovetails nicely again into number 4, which is the creation of digital products, right? If you've listened to some of my other calls, if you've listened to some of my content, if you watch some of my videos, you understand that in the digital space, value is in the creation of digital assets, right? Because you expend the effort and the time and the capital building this thing once off. But then because of the digital nature of it, after you've built it, it's an asset, it's yours, but it can be monetized on a recurring basis. You can sell and sell and sell that asset over and over and over. And it can be a simple thing like a tutorial, like a guide, like a course, like a training, right? As I know is relevant to some of you here on the call today, right? But the thing is, you only spend the time creating that thing one time. And after that, you have the potential to monetize it ad infinitum, right? So selling digital products like ebooks, courses, software allows you to create something once and sell it infinitely without additional production costs, right? And like I just mentioned now, and I touched on, this enables us to have recurring revenue models. So things like subscription-based pricing and membership sites for consistent recurring income without needing to constantly attract new clients, right? Because ultimately what we need to be focused on as we are building scalable businesses, right? Which means we are trying to manufacture predictable revenue, right? And we do this through recurring payment mechanisms so that we are focused on increasing the transaction value through upsells and increasing the lifetime value through subscription models and ongoing usage of the same product, as opposed to every single month having to stand up, wake up, get on the phone, get on the ad to try and convert that new client. Because every time we convert a new client, yes, we are making new money, but we are also attracting new customer acquisition costs. Whereas every time we make a sale to an existing company, or to an existing customer, and the longer that we keep that customer, the more profit that we make. And the more profit that we make, the more profit we can extract to put to work as passive income in other high return investments. All right. So I hope you guys are getting the picture here of what we're talking about. All right. Then number 6 is there are, of course, in the online business space, affiliate marketing opportunities. All right. So online businesses can leverage affiliate marketing to earn commissions by promoting other companies or using affiliates to promote your company. So other people doing sales on your behalf on a commission basis, right? And this generates income with minimal involvement from you. So on the one side where you're promoting other people's things, you are basically being the intermediary. So you are attracting none of the production costs, none of the fulfillment costs. And essentially, it's just about you doing the sales and the marketing piece, which then becomes highly profitable because you are working as close to the money as possible. right? When you think about your job as the entrepreneur, your job as the CEO, your job as the business owner, your job is to work as close to the money as possible. And that is marketing and sales. Those are your profit centers. Your operations, your fulfillment, those are your cost centers. So I urge you, evaluate the time that you're spending in your business and audit how much of that time you are spending on cost centers and how much of that time you are spending on profit centers. Because you are the profit generation machine of your business. And if you are not spending your time in your profit centers, then don't throw up your hands and complain that you're not making enough profit. Right? And then finally, number 7, flexibility in terms of time and location. Now, online businesses essentially give you a modicum of time freedom, right? They allow you the flexibility to work from anywhere in the world and do so on your own schedule. And this is what makes it such an attractive opportunity in the suite of passive income strategies, right? Because even when you're not actively working, you are actively generating revenue, right? And these factors, again, make an online business ideal for creating and maintaining passive income streams. And that is why I wanted to have this call with you guys today. And I wanted to share how important it is, if you are in a brick and mortar business, to start evolving your strategy and understanding how an online version of your business model or an online revenue stream to complement what you're doing in the physical space is so important, because it's so much more scalable. It's so much more profitable. It's so much more low cost, right? And it gives you the ability to get where you want to go, to start experiencing that financial and time freedom that you're looking for so much faster, because the barrier of entry is low, right? And if you are in the online space already, I find that a lot of the clients that I work with and, some of the entrepreneurs that I deal with, they are usually only leveraging one of the 3 levers of scale, right? The 3 levers of scale being other people's time, other people's money, aka capital, and other people's tech, right? So they might be really good at having a ton of virtual assistants or a remote workforce, but they are still doing everything in a very manual and analog way. And they're not leveraging systems and automations effectively, and they're not leveraging and managing capital effectively from a cash flow point of view. Because remember, the kind of VC backed startup, the Ubers, the Facebooks of the world, those are kind of the one in a the unicorn shots, right? Literally, right? They are the unicorns. And so yes, they got backed with a ton of cash, and they have a burn rate, miles and miles and miles long, and that's great for them. But for the typical online business, you are going to be client funded, right? And that's what I mean by putting in place putting to work other people's capital, right? Is that you need to manage the revenue effectively, and that you're receiving, and reinvesting it into your marketing, and have a conversion formula where I spend $1 on marketing and I get 3 back, or I get 5 back, because that's how you're going to create predictable revenue. That's how you're going to scale your business. That's how you're going to extract yourself from your business. Because if you can walk away from your business for 90 days and know that your ads are still running and you're still making conversions, and you've got automations in place to support fulfillment, and you've got people in place to support the automations to support fulfillment, then you've done a great job. But how many of us are there? How many of us are leveraging all 3 levers of scale? All right. So again, take a hard look at your business. Take a look at what you are leveraging. And, start leveraging what you're not leveraging. And where you are leveraging, how can you optimize that in a way that it has a more significant impact? All right. And this comes back to what I'm saying about you need to be focused on the profit centers of your business. The profit centers of your business are these three things: your people, your capital, your systems. That's what you need to focus on. That's what's going to get you to wealth creation. That's what's going to get you to passive income. That's what's going to get you to financial independence, confidence, and abundance in the fastest way possible. Okay, so I talked now for a long time. And again, I believe this is super valuable. This is super valuable stuff, just to kind of take that step back. We spend a lot of time in the weeds in our business. We're putting out fires, we're being reactive. And I really created this space as a special space, a safe space where, us as entrepreneurs, we can come together and we can really, zoom out and take that 10,000 foot view of our businesses and, almost reset to a certain, I'm mumbling my words here, and reset, to a certain extent, so that we can realign our priorities and understand really what are the things we should be working on, so that we are not just doing the busy work, we're doing the impactful work, right? We are focused on the small hinges that swing the big doors, right? Because that's our job as CEO, as entrepreneur, as business owner. Not figuring out where, the stock is laying, whether we ordered enough of X, Y, and Z, whether, so-and-so is keeping time properly, right? So we need the right people, the right systems, the right clients. That's what makes a great business. That's what makes a scalable business. That's what gets you the life that you want. So go do that and focus on that. And that's my message for you tonight. And I appreciate you guys investing the time, because it shows me that your business, your growth, your success, your vision is important to you. And I get lots of comments sometimes, some people, they watch the replays, so, they're sad they didn't catch the live, and, they were busy, or, they didn't have time. And the reality is, it's not that we don't have time. It's that it's not important. It's not a priority, right? Because when it's a priority, we make the time. So I thank you, and I shall see you next week. And that's me for today. I'm Aziz Gul.